Pretty deep. I think I may have it out. Hard to gauge by the photo, but hey, we're going to do a quick dig here to test out the features of the new Simplex upgrade. If you want to learn a little bit about what those are, how they work, stay tuned. Come on along. Okay, let's talk about what some of these new features are as I understand them. So starting with number one, they've added an extra layer of sensitivity, which I'm actually going to turn down right now. But you can see there's an extra bar here on the top that has a squiggly line in here. So there's an extra 7th level of sensitivity. They've moved the all metal mode from the first mode position all the way over here to the last position. They've added a new park mode. So what we used to know as park mode is now park mode number 2. Park mode number 1, as I understand it, is a deeper mode, but it has a slower recovery speed. Okay, so you will be able to go deeper. It will jump across targets a little more slowly. And that mode, and also my understanding is if you're using the 7th sensitivity level, it may chatter, it may be a little louder than what we're used to. Another really nice feature I'm so glad that they've added is if you are adjusting the settings now, it used to be that the timeout was very short, that this would revert back out of the settings menu. It's much longer now, but you also can manually leave the mode. If you are in a setting mode and you want to leave it, you can back out of it touching that up arrow. It takes you back to the regular screen. There's also what's called a mineralization bar. So if you are detecting and you're in a ground where the soil is highly mineralized, this is apparently going to indicate that, alert you to perhaps take additional action with ground balancing. There's an ad, I believe, also that gives us the ability to do some more detailed manual ground balancing. There's some features added to the automatic light menu as well, where there used to be just one setting for the automatic light, and now notice there's 4 settings, and these represent different degrees of luminescence, so how bright the light is and so on. I think there's also 2 other really interesting things. They added an iron threshold capability. That's not something I use quite a bit. I don't do much relic hunting, but it gives you the ability, I believe, to have a tone in the background that can alert you to when you are or are not going over iron. I'm sure folks will correct me if I'm wrong on that one. I very well could be. But the other really interesting thing is that in that park, the new park mode, Park 1, they have 3 tone breaks. Now, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I believe it's like 0 to 16, 17 to 20 something, and then low 20s to the high 90s. But for those 3 areas, okay, of target IDs, you will hear a different tone. So there are tone breaks and different pitches for each of those tones. So in addition to your target ID, that's going to be a really nice thing to help alert you to what kind of target may be under your coil. One other thing, they've added some increased depth too, and I'm not sure, I'll have to go back and compare, but I think there's an additional chevron here as well. But this is showing in the 90s quite deep. I'll give her a dig, see what we find. All right, that first target was a 1971 quarter. That was ringing up everywhere from the high 70s to high 80s. I am finding with Park 1 and this deeper mode, with the Simplex, you have to swing a little slower. I generally swing slower with my Equinox than I do with my Simplex, but you may want to consider that as you learn and try out this new mode. Okay, I'm actually seeing a glint of something shiny here in the side of the plug, I think, right here. Let's see if we can find this together here. Maybe not. There it is. Okay. This looks to be some type of a button. A button, I think. Yeah. Compassion, joy, equanimity, love. Really cool. Looks pretty shiny. I wonder if that is indeed silver. And then the back side almost look like it's written in maybe Greek, or not quite sure what script that is, but really cool. Nice find. Okay, here we can hear that high tone. I'm in Park 1. This is going to be a quarter, I believe. Let's see if we can find the target here. Pull back until signal disappears. Okay, so I'm going to dig my plug about right there. Okay, pretty darn accurate. I can see the target. Hope that wind's not too bad. So we have an eagle on the back, so it's going to be an older quarter. Let's see what the date is. Not too old. 1985. Rang up great. Rang up wonderfully on the Simplex. I'm liking this new mode. I'm liking it. I definitely think it has increased the depth on some of the signals that I'm getting, for sure. 90s. Another 1990 quarter here. That was a good 4 or 5 inches down. In the bag she goes. Maybe we were getting a ring up here, an ID in the 20s. There it is. Okay, it's a nickel, and that is the nickel range for a Simplex. Yeah, that's great. That has some age on it. Older than I thought. 1969. Wonderful. Got a couple things going on here. This is telling me that I have something in this clump of dirt, piece of the plug, but also still in the hole. This is maybe Cancela? Nope. It's going to be a spill. Okay, so this is a Lincoln. 1964 Lincoln. Hey, like that year. Let's see what else is in the hole here. Looks like it's going to be another penny. Unfortunately. Yeah. 1980 penny. Anything else in there? Yes. Third item in there. Multi-coin spill. Let's see what she gives up. Oh, it's right there. Another penny. 68 penny. Well, I'm finding that the coil is a little more sensitive in this mode at sensitivity level 7. So if the coil is running into the grass, it's brushing into the grass, you know, I'm getting a false signal. That was always the case. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think it's a little more sensitive. Makes sense with the update, but I like the different tone breaks and sounds here in Park 1, the new Park 1 mode. So far I'm liking this. Okay, still in Park 1 mode here. Modern quarter, most likely. Let's try the pinpoint mode. See how she works. So one of the things I dislike about the Simplex pinpoint feature is you have to continually depress the pinpoint button. So you do this away from the target, press the pinpoint button, and then wait for those concentric circles to reduce. And if it's a deeper target, they won't reduce all the way. So you can see I'm not really getting a good pinpoint there. Now with the tip of the coil method, this works just as well for me. I'm gonna hone in on my signal right there and then just gradually pull it back until the sound disappears. And that's where likely the target is. Let's find out. Okay, that's pretty deep. That is pretty deep. Again, that was in the 90s, okay? And using my hori knife, we're a good 5 inches down here, but I have to do some more digging to retrieve the target. Still down there a little deeper. Again, this was ringing up in the quarter range. Still in the hole. See if I can get it this time. Yep, there it is. I popped it out, at least. So we knew it was a quarter, at least we thought it was. And it's an eagle quarter. We have a 1966 quarter here. Still pretty darn close. And again, that total depth on that was at least 6 to 7 inches. That was a 7-inch signal. 7.5, honestly, I think, because that was way down there. That was probably a good, yeah, that was at least 7 inches on the hori knife. So, wow, and that was a strong signal too. Great job. New Park 1 mode, Nokta Makro Simplex, loving it. Another surface find here. 90, pretty close to the surface here. There's the target. I'm gonna come in a little bit to the right. Just gonna dig my slit here. Okay, I'm going under the roots. Under the roots, and look at that, there it is, right there. There it is. There's our quarter. Looks to be a state quarter. And we will pair that plug. There we go. Okay, I have to tell you a quick story. I met a fellow detectorist here in the park. We struck up a conversation from a distance. I mentioned to him that I was a big Abraham Lincoln fan. In fact, I even showed him my Abraham Lincoln socks that I am wearing here. And he shared with me he just found moments ago an Abraham Lincoln coin outside of the pavilion there in front of me. So this is apparently a dollar coin. I'm gonna have to do some research on this. I don't recall these, but it does say United States of America, $1. How cool is that? And what a kind gift that he gave me. Abe Lincoln. Okay, just a quick wrap up here today. I found this surface find of a ball, some type of what looks to be a 10 stake, electric coupler of some type, a variety of pull tab and cancel trash, several pennies here, nothing older I think than 1974, few older nickels. I think one of these nickels was in the 60s, 3 rosies, some quarters. I think the oldest quarter was a 1965, and this was my first find. This is either a silver plated button. And then lastly, probably the best thing of the day, this was actually a gift. So I wish I could claim that I found this, but this Lincoln coin here, this $1 Lincoln coin, I'm gonna maybe do some research on that, learn a little bit more about that. But I have to say, love the Simplex, love the update, nothing but good things. I'm still learning, obviously, all the different features that they added, but so far, thumbs up, Nokta Makro. Thank you very much for the update. Happy digging, folks. And listen, if you like these videos, please subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next video.